If you're not familiar with how multi-level marketing companies or MLMs get new sales reps, it's a pretty straightforward process. And the big thing that they use right now is called personal referrals or personal recruiting. So the local office will get people to come in for training. The new sales reps will come in for training. During training, someone in the office will ask the new recruits or the new trainees for contact information for all the people in their phone that may be interested in working as a sales rep. All that information is then transferred into some sort of application. The company we started doing this for was Cutco, and they use something called Vector Magic or Vector Live. So all of the contact information would be fed into Vector Live. Then the office's operators or assistants would have to spend time going through all this contact list and calling these people one by one and saying, we were referred by so-and-so who said you might be interested in a job here. Would you like to come in? The days we have available are X, Y, and Z. And usually the answer, you get more no's than yeses. And even the yeses, the operators have to call back and give them directions and make sure they're still coming and everything like that. So we developed a technology here that would automate a lot of that process, including integration with existing infrastructure like Vector Live. So this is good. I'm going to take you through an example of how this would work using the Vector Live example. Now we can't dig into Vector Live, so I can show you screencasts and images of the process, except for you have to take my word for it when I say it's integrating with Vector Live. Okay, so what do we do to automate that? So the process, again, is still the same. We didn't take away any of the Vector Live or Vector Magic stuff that was already being used by Cutco. All we did was we developed a way to log in automatically using a script instead of a human being into the location's Vector Live, Vector Magic account. It then would programmatically get all of the contacts that were created in the recruiting tab. So all of those contacts that were pulled off of the phones and everything for the new trainees are in Vector Live just sitting there. Our script comes and pulls those down automatically and sends a text message to each one. The text message looks something like this. Say, hey Cody, it's Jake Bailey. I just got this awesome job. You should check it out. It's awesome. And what it says there is just an example. The location can make it say whatever they want to say. And so if you see this link here, clicking that link will take this. And by the way, if the recruit does not click the link, then they will get this message 3 more times over the course of 3 days, or once a week, 3 times, and then it'll stop saying it to them if they don't click that link. When they click the link, they go to something like this. And again, this page with the photos is totally configurable as to what needs to go in here. And you'll see it says schedule an interview right here. Now, when they click schedule an interview, our application posts the schedule or the appointment back to Vector Live, so it schedules it in Vector Live or whatever system the MLM is integrating with. After clicking that, also the recruit gets a message that says thank you, and also a link to click directions, which geocodes their current location and shows them exactly how to get to the office. And then 10 hours before the actual appointment, they'll get another text message that says, hey, don't forget, just as a reminder, your appointment's coming up. Here's a link for directions if you need it again. And so again, all of this is captured both in Vector Live and in our application. So you can see we have some analytics here that we can look at. We can go into this location and we can see contacts, what contacts have been loaded. And now again, we haven't been using this in the past week or the past day, but we had 700 in this test account. We loaded 784 contacts, 475 views, and 1 booked appointment, which is that example that I just did. And then it shows how many times they were contacted, the name, how many times they were contacted, if they viewed it, and what the appointment time is if they have an appointment time. You can filter by booked or unbooked as well. And then we go back here, and then you can also see photos. So this is photos for the office that I showed you can upload for the office. You can add a photo, and then also you can see appointments, which these are automatically created from Vector Live, but you can also manually add them if you need to. And the last thing I wanted to show you here was the editing the actual location. So this is where they set up everything. And again, like I said, you can configure the SMS text here, what time zone you're in. This is the landing page text that you want them to see. And then again, here's the option to sync with Vector Live right here. So it's all right there, and it's all automatic, and it takes a lot of the headache around having operators keep calling and staffed up from there. So that's it. That's what we're calling Gunner Recruiter, and that's how it works.